Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Marianne and you're watching Marianne's Mystic Mentions. Thank you for tuning in today and welcome to your first half of the month readings of November. I'm still like this from the last reading. Every reading has been so incredibly transformational, and I mean it's so perfect because, well, first of all, for those that are new, welcome to my channel. I have a format that I like to do. I'd like to just share with you quickly and see if you're wanting to, hang out with me and get some really, really important information and guidance through the tarot readings I do, the oracles, and the love connection messages that come through. Love connections of all forms. I have said, though, and I will repeat, because we are smack dab in the season of Scorpio, which happens to be the reading's predominant featured sign today. As I go around the zodiac wheel, I read for every sign twice, the beginning of the month and the second half of the month. And I call my main, sign the featured sign. And then what happens is I pick a highlighted, spiritually guided sign for the featured sign that may make perfect sense. You may be very aware of who this person or situation or feeling or energy, why you're feeling it, right off the bat, or maybe not. It could be something still happening and coming up for you. I don't know. Spirit wants me to be the conduit. I'm the messenger, but I do it right in front of you. So we're going to do that first and foremost. And basically what I do is then I read 4 major categories that convey, what needs to be said for this highlighted connection, but also for all of your relationships, okay? All forms of love, it's all inclusive for the love connection readings. Then I finish with the oracle messages that are just filled with love and honestly wisdom and important messages for each and every one of you. So we'll start, like I said, with this incredible, beautiful, deep water, Mars-ruled, historically, more modernly, Pluto-ruled, transformational sign that has such intensity and depth when it comes to just life, but love. I mean, so loving, so dedicated and loyal. And your highlighted connection for you, beautiful Scorpios, it's right on the cusp. I have to redo it, between Capricorn and Scorpio. Let's see what Spirit... Let's make it as clear and concise for the beautiful Scorpio Spirit. What messages you need to know in the highlighted connection for the first half of November. Capricorn again. Okay, so there you go. All right, well, I love it because to me, the elements of water, which is what you are, Scorpio, and earth, which is Capricorn, are extremely conducive for great growth and healing and complementary, beautiful, harmonious energy. They just work really well together. And then you combine the fact that you are deeply devoted and set when it comes to your heart, your passions, your emotions, your feelings about a person, a situation, a job. It's on, it's like you will put everything you have and then some and achieve it. Okay, so, and it is about that transformation. It's about always keeping yourself real and digging deep and and taking care of the things that need to get taken away and released and purged. Be it friends or, things that you're putting in your body or your environment, whatever it is. You're very sensitive as a water sign. You feel people's energy the moment they come in the room. You really have an amazing gift of intuition and psychic ability. And you really, really love the human psyche. I mean, you really understand people on a different level than the average person or other signs. So I love that. It is very real. It's very intense, like I said, but it's really amazing, and it's something when you have a friend or a relationship, in my opinion, with a Scorpio, it's not one you ever forget, okay? That is for sure. And I do want to say also that The new moon will be in your sign, Scorpio. So that just intensifies everything even more, but in such beautiful ways. Because if anybody watching this, any Scorpio or anybody cross-watching, or maybe you have a Scorpio moon rising or Venus, which is every bit as important to watch these readings for, because you have that energy. It's time to do those changes. It's time to take in that energy, because the new moon provides way more opportunities to work towards that newness, that beginning. And I don't mean necessarily right on the new moon, which is the 4th, but certainly the days after that. And now with this beautiful energy of planets forward again, you know, and station direct after months, and building the energy, and the Mercury retrograde almost in the final throes of the shadow period. It should be fine and direct, and all the power there for the clarity of our mind and thoughts, which is in Libra. But Mars has just gone into your sign. I'm reading these at the very end, you know, just the day before Halloween, not Thanksgiving. And so, yeah, the powerful energies are really already, I'm feeling them. I'm sure you are as well. I do have water in my chart, and anybody watching that has water in their natal chart is going to feel it the most. And then, of course, all of us feel it regardless. But there's just that understanding, and that just knowing, and that sensing that things are coming, things are changing. And then, of course, with the first set of series eclipse, we're entering into, you know, eclipse season next month, and the latter part of the month will be the first lunar eclipse in Taurus, which is beautiful energy for you, although it's your polar opposite. The new eclipse and the lunar eclipse, I should say the solar eclipse on the 24th of December is in Scorpio, so it's on. It is on. So if you think you're going to get away from changes, not that you want to, I think you want it very much, and I think you've been working towards this in ways that are going to be so incredibly phenomenal and beautiful and favorable to you. And, you know, it's just what life is. It's about constant change. And you're having this energy that works with you. In other words, the wind is behind you, pushing you forward, right? And that's a gorgeous, beautiful thing. So you've got this wonderful energy of Capricorn. Capricorn's all about success. They're the earth element. That is the goat that just is like, I'm going to climb that mountain, and I'm going to get to the other side, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. I don't care. I'm very capable of being patient. I am Saturn ruled, for heaven's sakes. I know all about being, you know, restricted and confined, and just working my tail off and not stopping until I achieve what I need to, because that's all I can imagine is just, how do I get to this level up there? It's all about up there, okay? And it usually always happens. So the rewards come from people that, you know, work hard, and then there's that kind of a laid back, but grounded and stable, loyal energy, which is always very inviting to the Scorpio, who is also, once again, very, very loyal in all their dealings. And truth, you know, they're about the truth. They're about stripping away the facades and the fake and the, you know, fluff, because that's not what they're about. And they can sense it anyway. So there's a genuine feel and loyalty, and, you know, just I want to say reliability. Let's just say the word reliability, steadfast, all those things with the Capricorns. So working together, relationships together, they're long term. It's never about the short. It's the big picture. It's looking ahead and just putting one foot in front of the other, man. There's not necessarily a rush, but you'll do what you got to do. And the two of you work really well, and it can be an amazing, beautiful, romantic, sensual, and very passionate time. And it could be this Capricorn. So once again, if you don't know who this Capricorn is, for a certain percentage of you, of course, Scorpio, be prepared with this new moon. There might be some people coming into your life and just like out of nowhere, and they're just going to be so instrumental in working with you and creating some beautiful things. So we're going to go on to the reading, but I will also say that Capricorn season is the last part of December, and Capricorn is a cardinal sign, so there's always this feeling of initiating and beginning and pioneering, and that's exciting to you too. You know what I mean? Like you're open and and ready and willing. And that Mars is really going to bring that energy forth. You're going to want to really get going. You're not ready to hold back anymore. We've all done that too much, I think, in a lot of ways. So I'm excited for you. The overall energy would be the first category when I read the 4 categories for this highlighted. But like I said, it doesn't have to pertain to you. It could simply be that energy of really putting your thoughts and planting those seeds for long-term, great investment, passive income, definitely financial success, rewards, opportunities for work, other, means of income come into mind. So let's see what the overall energy, the first category is for you and the beginning of this beautiful month of November. And remember, it's Thanksgiving month. So, I mean, there's so much to be thankful for. And the more you show gratitude, honestly, it's just a side effect of the law of attraction. It definitely comes back tenfold. Okay. And I know you understand that. I really do believe that. Just putting out that reminder because it is that time of the year when honestly it's just being alive right now and thriving or, getting up in the morning and being able to do anything is such an incredible blessing. And then when you add the family and the people that really matter to us, whatever family means to you, it's just that much more emotionally fulfilling and beautiful. So your overall energy, once again, is going to be the 4 of Wands. Well, there's that fire, passionate energy. There's that Mars kind of, I'm gonna make this happen. And guess what? The 4 is a beautiful, most of the times, it's a simplistic version of my numerology. I'm not a numerologist, but I know the basics. And this is a very beautiful energy for stability and security. And the 4 walls feeling like, you've got some real stability. I don't know what else to say. It feels great in relationships, in your family. You work hard and things get shaken up sometimes, and this is not the time. It's like you've built upon this and it's feeling really beautiful and present and fortuitous and and it's a gorgeous, wonderful feeling. And it does, to me, make it seem as though this has to do with work and some kind of building upon what you already are doing, or an idea that's just, becoming more popular or more, it's gaining more weight and more momentum. And it's fiery. It's that Mars. It's Sagittarius. Venus is in the sign of Sagittarius. The optimism, the Jupiter, the expansion of what we want and making that grow. And it does involve love. It does involve, those that matter to us deeply, and our surroundings and the things we can touch and feel that we've worked hard at, that we put some real physical energy behind. And it's gorgeous. So I don't know, it could be commitment. It could be a new, stage of a relationship that you've built and you've been building, and now you finally feel that it's time for that commitment perhaps, or that next level of some sort. That's the 4. That's the solid, foundation that you feel now to be able to do that. And so that's absolutely gorgeous coming in, and it's your birthday season. So there's celebrations going on, and there's, festivities in your honor, and who doesn't like that? You deserve it. It comes once a year. There's that passion though. I mean, it feels like you are really, really utilizing that in the ways that are going to really benefit you and the transformations that are coming through. Okay. So moving on to the second category is that of possible blessings or obstacles. And you have the Strength card. So I don't know if, upon this fiery energy, that maybe you just might be burning yourself out a bit. Because, you get this Mars behind you and you're just like, wow, I can burn the midnight oil. I forgot I was capable of this. And you do have the strength, and you will continue to get that strength. And that's exactly what that kind of energy is about. The momentum is there, the fuel, if you will. And when you're talking the strength, it's Leo. It's the power and the energy personified, right? I mean, sun ruled Leo, the brightest star, the warmth of the the ego involved, the courage and strength that surpasses our understanding of ourselves sometimes. That's what you have in your corner, and it's a major arcana. So even if you felt like, oh, I don't know what happened, I just wasn't feeling that inspired. Oh, it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like that for long. And it's not a bad thing to have the overall energy just being that you have this feeling of stability that was wavered at one point. It didn't feel so much like that with this Four of Wands. It's really beautiful energy. You have the help. You have that power within you. We all do. And it's recognizing that probably more, which is also only adding to your, enthusiasm and your capabilities. So that's really beautiful. I would say that was a blessing. Obstacle, maybe just overdoing it, making sure you don't go crazy and injure yourself, unexpectedly, that happens. But definitely powers there with you. You're strong anyway. You're strong-willed for sure, and you are, once again, a fixed sign that's determined. There's no getting around that, but you have even more energy than you've had in a while. And I love it. I think it's beautiful. The third category is that of finances. So that would be your money and the energy that represents, the currency of life. Is it working in your favor? Are you aware of how important and the value, which is what you represent to other people as a Scorpio? It's really digging deep and making sure that you understand that on a really deep level. That our time is extremely valuable on this planet. And it's to me, it just seems like it's going way too quickly, right? So we want to really utilize that and appreciate and recognize, once again, our worth, our value, and what we give to others, and make sure that it is being reciprocated. And we still have energies of Libra, which we just passed Libra season. So there's the balance, and there's the definite desire for communication that's fair and just, and definitely truthful and, straightforward. You don't have to mince words or have any, extra fluff and contradictory, I'm right, you're right, and wrong, and nothing. Just keeping that balance, okay? Because Mercury is still in Libra. So just something to think about. And of course, that's what Libras are in all air signs. And there's a fair amount of air energy still. And that's about the mind and where we put our thoughts. So financially for you, you've got the Empress. Wow. I mean, that's the ultimate in whatever it is you want to achieve, basically. That is the ultimate in love. It is the ultimate in our creations. It is the ultimate in our ideas that we want to manifest, and our, our beautiful intentions to, create. I don't know. This is a gorgeous, beautiful, positive energy that could come under finances, because the world is your oyster. Really, it is for all of us. And you have so much talent and so much intelligence to put forth with whatever you choose to do. You've got the strength, you've got the stability, and the wherefore. You've got the ability to change and to be open to that. So what is it you want to do? Now, the Empress also is a very fertile energy, so it could have to do with wanting to consider a family, and like I said, making that commitment, becoming, engaged, getting married, and then going to the next step, and knowing that, it's all perfect, it's all divine timing. There is a clock of sorts. I see it as the Wheel of Fortune, which is, it's about, karma, it's about timing, it's about, divine timing. And it feels like that might be a huge part of your picture and what you want to create, and the manifestation and the laborious aspect, of creating a child, and the time and the energy that goes into it, and the love, for Pete's sakes. It's big, and I feel like you're very, very content with where you are financially and where your well-being is, which, like I said, could be the wealth, how happy you are now, how contented, how emotionally satisfied and fulfilled you are, which is a huge wealth in our lives, and certainly physically. So female or male, you know, I mean, you might be in the perfect position to create that child, that family, or if not literally a child, a new idea, a new inspiration that's going to come through with that new moon in your sign. And then the eclipse and the way it can just like, bam, bring things in, or, you know, make things happen for you. This is life-changing, you know, and children certainly are life-changing. So absolutely beautiful. Beautiful energy in this. Well, the strength is just, I always want to see the strength. It reminds us how strong we are, but it also enforces the fact that Mars is going to do some wonderful things, okay? It's going to bring you all the energy you need. So final category is that of surprises and wishes. And yeah, I keep using this as a reference because it's important, but we have the first full moon lunar eclipse that I'll bring up in the second half of the month readings. Stay tuned, come on back for that. It's in Taurus. It's the money sign. It is ruled by Venus. There's a lot of love and magic and money and compassion and creativity and ability to build and create all sorts of wonderful opportunities and relationships and, you know, friendships, and everything can be healed and mended. And it also is ruled by Uranus because, Uranus is in the sign of Taurus. It's not ruled, Venus rules Taurus. Uranus has been in the sign of Taurus and will remain there through, I believe, 2026. So Uranus is all about unpredictability. I mean, it can make you so wealthy, and you could win the lottery, and things that are just going to come out of nowhere, and the surprises that'll just knock you over. Or it could do another completely opposite thing. It's just, you never know. But it definitely has to do with the practical side of your life, your comforts, your senses, what you eat, smell, taste, feel, you know, all the things that matter to us on this Earth planet, you know, the 3 dimension. So, I mean, it could go either way, like I said, but I'm seeing it as being extremely positive for you, Scorpio, and that's what I'm going to put out to you because I really, truly feel that, and your cards certainly indicate the energies of positivity and, yeah, surprises and gifts, you know? And so let's see what your surprise and wishes category has to say for you. Okay, it's the 5 of Pentacles. So the 5 of Pentacles is the card that represents our money, our well-being, our worth. It is the earth energy of Taurus. So, I mean, straight up, it's definitely in connection with what I just mentioned, I think. Something very important having to do with the Taurus first eclipse. But I also want to say this is always reminding us that we absolutely matter. And even the most strongest, confident people on this planet have the times when they are feeling a little less than they feel, and they were affected by some outside influence, let's say. And it just, like, for example, this channel, you know, you get people commenting and they say, really enjoyed it, thank you, you know, you said the right thing, I get it, I appreciate you, whatever. And then you've got the 1 or 2 that say something just so incredibly non-productive for your well-being, and you're just like, wow, that kind of came out of left field. And you start to kind of take it in. You start to absorb that, because I know how sensitive you are, you know. I mean, you're strong and you're powerful, and you know, you don't mess around, but you're very sensitive nonetheless. So I'm only saying that this is about making sure if something remarkable comes your way, or a relationship that you dreamt about and you've dreamt for I don't even know how long is actually materializing for you, please don't sabotage it or think for any moment that you are not absolutely worthy of every single moment of this, because you absolutely are. And in other depictions of this, I'm using the beautiful Gilded Tarot this month. It is about, you know, people that are quite forlorn, and they're cold, and they're feeling desolate, and they're walking underneath this beautiful, brightly lit, you know, stained glass window, which is representing the higher realms, you know, the love, the light that's there for us always. It's right above us. It's always a part of us. And if we start to feel that way, where we're less than or away from, or we're being, left out in some way or capacity, it is to remind us that that's just a thought and that's just a feeling. And feelings come and go, but they specifically come and go for the feeling signs of the water signs. So be aware of that, okay? Because the moods are going to be there for water signs. And you want to remember, as soon as you start to feel that way, like, just a mood, need a little more sleep, just need a little downtime. You need to focus on the incredible, beautiful things happening, and it'll build it right back up again. It'll just be a moment, because that's all our feelings really are. They're emotions that come and go with every single moment, but we can control that. We really can. When we start to feel a certain way and it doesn't feel good, we can turn that around. So that's the surprise, and the wish is that you keep in mind you're incredible as you are, as you have been. And the world wants to work with you, the universe is working with you. And so keep those times of feelings of less than as little as possible, because we all have them. And that would be a beautiful, beautiful gift, and a wish, I think, that you too would like. Nobody wants to get in that frame of mind, I'm sure. So that's I love that reading. Boy, it's versatile for sure. And it shows your strength. It shows your ability to just create as you do. Just this amazing, gift. And the gift of knowing that you have, and just what you are capable of, and just bringing it forth. So I'm going to read and finish with your oracles for the first half of November. And first one is the animal medicine cards, because I had to incorporate the animal kingdom this time in our spiritual animal guides, because they are so important in life, they're around us all the time. And I just, sometimes when I'm in my room or I'm, getting ready or whatever, I hear the birds and everything, and I just think, I got a lot of squirrels, and I've known a couple squirrels for years now. I know they're the same ones, and I feed them. It just brings so much joy to know that we cohabitate and to take care of them as they do us. They are definitely here to guide us and to teach us. So I want to know what specific totem animal you have for the first half. And you have the dog. Okay, and just let me tell you that I have not gotten one repeat animal spirit guide for any of the signs, which says a lot to me. It's just every one of you has a specific message, okay? Individual for you. So I don't know if you saw that, but it's a really cool picture. And I can't remember what those are called. I don't see it as just laundry, but there's these beautiful flags. I actually got one for my birthday. They're smaller. And you put them out because it just brings in that peace and that unity of the world and animal kingdom with the human, animal kingdom, and, working together, living together in spirit, and just, well, let's just read what it says. Okay, so the dog, I think right off the bat, is the loyalty, which I said very clearly to you. You are extremely loyal, and that's why you get very affected and deeply hurt when people are not that way. So there's that stinger that comes out, with the Scorpios, because they are true blue, and then when that's not happening with them, understandably there's a reaction, as there understandably would be on the human realm. So the dog is a D, forgive me. A, B, C, D, cat, chicken, cow, dog. The words associated with it is friendship, joy, and dependability, like that of the dog. Dog is the faithful friend. Dog reminds us of loyalty and the joy of sacrifice for friendship. Drawing dog asks us to focus on the peoples who have actually in practice been there in good times and bad, rather than giving love and attention to those who are hard to get. Dog asks us to step out of a cycle of trying to win people with a negative return, rather than spending time on those who ignore or belittle us. Dog reminds us to focus our loyalty and attention on true friends. Perhaps this is a reality that's coming very, very strongly into your being and your presence at this time, when you have so much energy in your sign. because it's an important one to know that you don't need to be around that, and you are not to be classified as someone who should or needs in any way to accept that. So it just seems very, appropriate for this particular message now. Dog reminds us to focus our loyalty and attention on true friends. Likewise, it may indicate that it is time to step up as a dependable friend. Make time to listen to friends and loved ones. Life is short. Let them know you love them. Dependable, beloved dog teaches us how to accept love and share it. I think you have that in you. I really, really do. And I know sometimes you're more particular, I would say, from the ones that I met, for the reasons that make perfect sense. You want to have the quality of love and relationships and, genuine friendships. And I know that's what you give. But it's just reminding you that is important, and what you give is, of course, important. So this always goes back to letting the people know that we love them, right? Because sometimes I don't know that it's expressed enough. So that's excellent, and I think you're the loyal person. I do. So that would make sense for you in the spirit world and the messages therein. I did incorporate this just this month. It's a brand new deck, and it does involve every one of the phases of the moon. So I wanted to pick the specific one for you because it's a very powerful month for you in your sun season, birthday season, new moon in your sign. You only get the one new moon a year. The new possibilities, the adventure, the strength and drive now with Mars, and then Mercury will be going into your signs, I think on the 5th as well. So the clarity of understanding and conversations, it's all working in your favor. It's stability. It's beautiful. It's that time, It's all about divine timing. So the moon, that's important for you to focus in for you specifically, Scorpio. I'll be darned. A win-win outcome is foresight, is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Well, that happened in, I believe it was... I'm forgetting as a Libra. I want to say it happened... That happened quite a bit earlier in the year. It was the new moon in Libra on the 6th of October. So 6 months before that, which would make it, March? Well, yeah, because September is the beginning of Libra season. So something happened in March, or this coming March, is going to be a win-win outcome. And it's going to happen for you. And it's all starting with this new moon in your sign, and then the eclipses that transform our lives and just change things from complete, understanding what we had to like this whole new life. I don't even know how else to explain it for a lot of you. And it's a lot of it that you intended and manifested and were asking for and believing and creating yourself. So just know that. But yeah, within the next 4 or 5 months, I would imagine. And I love it because it's about fairness and justice and win-win. Like, that's beautiful in any respect. You can't go wrong with that message. Think back, though, if you will, to March and something that may have occurred that could have been also, not remembering exactly, but March is generally, it's Pisces season, your fellow water sign, and also Aries at the end of the month. So powerful, powerful stuff. Beautiful messages. Finishing with your Oracle Super Attractor Manifestation deck, where we actually can attract and create the exact life we want. We do it often and don't realize we're doing it, but I want you to put forth that beautiful Scorpion energy and depth of intuition and psychic ability and capabilities of making whatever you want happen, transforming it and creating exactly what you want. So your message in closing, and if you have not had a chance to I would love that, and if you like it, what you're watching, and also excuse me, following me as subscribing would be beautiful and very appreciated. And supporting me in that way is a beautiful thing to do at this point. There's no money involved, and you're not going to be hassled or chased down or anything. It's just a wonderful gesture. So for the finishing, there's that Mars fiery passion in your, root chakra of definite stability and power and presence. That's what's coming through, and it's shown in many ways. I am patient, knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me. Now, mind you, it's about relationships for sure, and there is that Libra, which is definitely about relationships. So I would say partnership of some sort is a huge component for you. Also, the creation aspect, the child as well, I mentioned. As you see, one of these figures is pregnant, so if not literally with child, a new idea, a new inspiration, a change, a complete transformation of your life in some way. So there's a double reference to that, and that always represents, you know, a clear indication of the message that's meant for you. Okay, I love it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy Halloween, because we're about to have that tomorrow, and I hope that you absolutely celebrate you and how incredible you are in so many ways, Scorpio. And then come on back for your mid-month reading and see where it's going from there, okay? Lots more to talk about. Thank you again. Until next time, take good care. Bye for now.